Back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete, right side to Lazard. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more heavy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Jones. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Rodgers with a keeper. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee it, at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
These two teams all tied after one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Allen now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And Diggs has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throw left side, complete. That's Connor. Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Bills have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Down inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, 27 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills are able to move back in front. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Rodgers will try again on second down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Nine yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Rodgers on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 more yards there and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. James Cook, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Allen will try to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. And I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a hell of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That's taken it around the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rodgers now to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Rodgers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Option play. Here's Cook.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing now is Allen. loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on third and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon from 8 yards out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as well as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Watson making the catch. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Room here to run. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is going to lose yardage here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. On the counter, here's Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cook up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them at field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit 2. He's missed 1. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.